Okay, so I wanted to do a quick video of me reacting to um one of my previous videos that I uploaded a year ago. And I wanted to update you guys a little bit. So everything that I said, the video is called Difference Between Emotional Investment. So I'm going to play a little bit of it and then I'm going to kind of share with you guys a little bit about my mindset now cuz I've changed a lot more in a year. So
What's the word? Being attached too fast can cause you, because when you get attached, you automatically have these fantasy and expectations of the person where you're like, oh man, this person is gonna be you know, this person is gonna be the one for me. I remember, when I first started getting into relationships when I was 19, I was like, wow, getting attached so fast. And I just became the worst version of myself because I was always expecting these, things of the person. And now it's I talk to my friends and I give them advice and stuff. And now I'm kind of this is the way I see it. If a man's going to cheat on you, he's going to do it whether you trust him
that's
or not.
true.
And so if you get emotionally attached, sometimes it can really, it can affect your relationship because I feel like as humans, when we get emotionally attached to someone, we start creating these expectations and we start creating these ideas of our partner and how they should be, and so we almost set ourselves up for disappointment when these people and that's why I used to blame men, but now I look back and I'm like, no, men are not the only problem. In a relationship it takes two, and I do find that us women do we create these versions of men that we want instead of just accepting certain things. If you have to force someone to treat you good, you're probably not compatible with that person. If you have to force them to be someone they're not, you need to take a step back and work on yourself as an individual. And so that's something I have really learned. And I've had friends that have been in that mindset, and I used to be in that mindset. So now I'm just trying to help my friends get out of that mindset, right? So that is super, super important to be aware of if you're single and you're trying to date or find the right person. I really recommend watching this video because I think having that knowledge is going to help you find a better and a long-lasting relationship. Because I know for a fact right now, if I was to be in a relationship or if I was to look for someone, for me it would be harder because of my standards and my own self-respect and my own values, because unfortunately the generation of relationships that we live in it's really hard to find someone that genuinely wants a long-term relationship. And there's many reasons why I'm not dating for a long time, or I have currently chosen to stay single for as long as I live. But like I said, people change all the time. I might change my mind down the road, but
Okay.
I know if I ever do decide to date again,
Right there.
I'm gonna know what I want and I'm gonna do it for the right reasons.
Okay, so the last part that I said about me being single. Okay, so a lot has already changed for me in a year, to be honest. I agree with everything that I said a year ago. It is true, when you get into a relationship, a lot of us do kind of have this habit of wanting to change someone instead of accepting them. That is very true. Being that said, in the past year, I have also changed a lot. I don't. I'm not as. I'm not as. I still have my standards and stuff, but I do believe in relationships a lot more than I did a year ago. I do believe in love. I do believe in marriage and all that stuff. So I'm a lot more open about relationships now than I was a year ago. But I've also learned about myself, and I've also changed in a sense that I'm more aware of what I want now. I'm just a little bit more settled, and in a good way, like in a healthy way. Like I'm a lot more aware of my own stuff, and I know what I want a lot more, and it's crazy because when you, like, don't get me wrong, being single is great, but it's also nice to have a bit of both, be able to be independent and focus on yourself and have a relationship. And I think a lot of the times our society is, it's either this or that. Like they're either like, oh, you got to be single, or oh, you got to be in a relationship. When you can have both. You can be independent and focus on yourself and be in a healthy relationship. So I think that a lot of the time, like, people get frowned upon for having multiple relationships, and or going through different relationships, when really you don't really know the person's situation. You don't, and that's actually, like, I took a break from social media because I've decided my life is a lot more private now, because I don't need the whole world knowing about my personal relationships and who I'm dating or who I've dated, because it's really not the whole world's business, right? And, like, that's another thing I wanted to talk about too, is learning to have, I'm gonna have a separate video from this talking about social media, because I want to post that. I do want to post that on my YouTube channel because I think that's super important. But anyways, I just wanted to update you guys and let you know I still agree with everything I said in that video, but in that since that video I've changed a lot, and I'm don't have the plan, obviously, to be single for the rest of my life like I did before, obviously. But I'm a lot more open-minded now, and I still have healthy standards and high standards, but not to the point of where it's unrealistic. So yeah, I've changed a lot in the last year, but I just wanted to share that with you guys because I was looking at the video and I'm like, damn, I've changed so much in a year. Anyways, I'll see you guys next week on Mental Health Today. Bye.